The temporal ego you was created when the real you, consciousness, cut yourself off from your own power because you believed you could not be trusted to wield it. If you've ever sabotaged yourself, if you've ever watched the very thing you feared unfold exactly as you feared it might, if you've ever said, not that, only to attract precisely that, then this episode could change how you live the rest of your life. Good morning, you magnificent godling. Thanks for dropping by. We intend to make our time together as helpful as possible. So if you've any questions or want deeper help, leave us a note, please, in the comments so we can tailor future sessions to your needs. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Doing so causes the algorithm to get this info out to many more people who need it to waken lucid in the dream of the world. Now, today we're going to talk about something that shaped my entire life, something I didn't fully understand until just a few years ago. I was never afraid of the world. I was afraid of my own power. Because my mind was undisciplined, my attention was untrained, and I was not committed fully to my own lucidity. Let's begin. This transmission is entirely from Michael, who is, as you likely know by now, my higher self and beloved guide. The ego you believes it is powerless because the real you is sleeping in identification with a version of itself that the world taught you to be. The version of yourself the world taught you to be is not worthy of the power that is inherently yours as a godling, while the real you is entirely worthy of all power because it is entirely loving and so trustworthy to wield all power. In fact, the real you, consciousness, are all powerful, and secretly you, consciousness, know this just as well as you fear it. The temporal you, the ego, who believes it is a body, a story, and a mind that attacks its peace, is what you, the mighty I Am, imagine yourself to be, precisely by cutting yourself off from your power. So afraid are you of your power that you pretend that power is not your own. But of course, that power is yours. It's simply that you have been trained out of remembering how to access it by this world of division and competition. This understanding began to unfold for me in Mindspace back in 2007 when Michael asked me inwardly, Michaeline, why do you look for what you do not will to find? It caught my attention. Allowing the subtle inner promptings of your guide to catch your attention is the key to hearing and deepening your relationship with your guide. Ask your guide, who is your true self, this question. Why do I look for what I do not will to find? And then turn attention fully inward. Here's the answer you will likely get. Because I am afraid. Ask further, why am I afraid? And wait. You'll likely soon get all kinds of excuses, because the world is scary, because many bad things have already happened to me, etc. Be patient, because the full confession may take a little while. But if you are honest with yourself, and growth in lucidity requires absolute honesty, you will feel this ultimate answer hiding under all the others, which were offered first. I am afraid because I believe I deserve to suffer. Now we're getting to the meat of it. Carry on and ask why you believe you deserve to suffer, and you will discern quickly because the ego is always happy to attack your peace and bliss. I know all the things I have done that were wrong, and which I hoped no one would ever see. I know the malice and envy I hold toward others, and I fear I created all their suffering because I secretly enjoyed seeing them fall or fail. And so I know I don't deserve to be happy. This fills me with dread that someone will see and know my shame. Thus I look for what I suspect I deserve, the things that can't go wrong, and so make me unhappy too. Okay, let's not stop at that little bit of self-deception. Dig a little deeper and ask, why did I delight to see others fail or fall? And you will hear, that is, more or less feel, in your chest, a distant inner howl, heartbreaking and beautiful in its magnificent humanity. It admits, I was afraid to be left behind. I did not feel I could shine in the brightness of their light. I thought I would not be noticed or valued as much if their success outshone my own. If you are honest with yourself, and again, absolute honesty is required for growth and lucidity, you will feel the deep sadness of the above stated fear. You will sense its humanity and how understandable it is, because in this world, the game humans seem to play is zero-sum. Someone must lose in order for you to win. Therefore, winning is associated with guilt. So it is, in fact, very natural that you would feel the way you do. You have been taught to compete rather than to cooperate, and that even in winning, you are guilty for besting another. You have experienced that you must devour another, that you may survive another day. You've been taught that victories you help others achieve are not your own. Yet every victorious soul achieves as they realize, my own achievement is founded on the efforts of others. I stand on the shoulders of giants. As they realize. That's important because it is this last realization that finally allows you to give yourself permission to succeed. We applaud humility. We admire daring, courage, commitment, and drive. We love the underdog who keeps striving to dream the impossible dream and who dares to succeed and change our expectations of what can be done. We admire all of this in the underdog because we identify as being burdened, put down, and unrecognized. So when another overcomes what we see as obstacles similar to our own, we are inspired, encouraged. Keep your head bowed when you're succeeding and your chin up when you're struggling. This is our not-so-secret code by which we give ourselves at last permission to succeed, to rise in our just power. Look closely, and you'll discern that what we're really saying is include everyone in your success. Leave no one behind. Make everyone a part of it. Do that, and it's okay for you to give yourself permission to look for only that which you will to find. Your success, your bliss, because in it we are all reconciled and restored to unity. The success of one in lucidity is the success of all. Explore that. Feel into it, and you will, in all honesty, discern that you secretly know that everyone here is just like you, just as deserving as you, just as afraid of being excluded and left behind. You can feel it in your heart. Paradise cannot be whole and perfect, missing even one of her children. Therefore, you cannot know paradise until you are willing that you all be reconciled, until you're not willing to exclude anyone. If you allow the love in this acknowledgement to swell in your heart, you'll experience a new type of love, undifferentiated, undivided, impersonal, universal, and secretly massive. It is all-encompassing. No one is excluded. And this is true forgiveness. It's transformative because when you truly forgive the world in this way, you have already succeeded. This inclusive love is the truth of what you are. Dive deeply into it with your attention. You are this love. You have never been anything but this love. You merely dreamed you were the flawed, selfish, fearful self you but seem to be in this dream of the world. Feel into this deeply, because this is a truth of what you are. You are the presence and awareness of this love, and this love is your power. This is the source of all power in the universe. It is the power that created this universe, which emanates from the innerverse within you. The way out is in, and you, consciousness, are the portal. You are that love. That love is the portal to your just desserts, which is only joy. The slowly growing, uncaused joy that comes merely from knowing what you are. Identify as this love, and you will judge no one. Very naturally. It will feel delicious and good to release everyone from the condemnations you have made against yourself and projected onto others, whom you had thought to make the vessels of all the shame you meant to conceal by ascribing it to them. But none of it is real. It's all imagined. You but dreamed it into experience by the labels you were taught by the world to assign. It is a figment of this world of zero-sum dog-eat-dog society. And that society was created precisely to keep you separated from the love that you are, because that love is the open door through which your power flows into worldly expression. It's working perfectly, even now, giving you exactly what you believe you deserve, and yet do not want. I say believe because in the middle of the word belief is the word lie. Believe. Catch your mind creating precisely what you do not want, and you will come lucid in the dream of the world. Perhaps not right away, but you will come to realize what you have been creating and perpetuating by your previously unobserved, unconscious expectations. What you expect, you do not question. You simply look for it because you believe you deserve it. And so it comes. Your magic is perfect, my love. It is but your assertions and expectations which you, consciousness, need lucidly adjust. The cognitive lenses by which you render the world, of which you but dream yourselves to be captives. Beloved, there is no one here but you to so hold you hostage. You are all these 10,000 things, and the only thing that stands between you and the experience of your bliss are the grievances you imagine you hold justly against yourself. And so you see, you are of two minds. One is the earth mind that believes you deserve to suffer, and so you look for precisely what you dread. The other mind is your right mind. It is the Christ mind, which you access just as we did a little earlier through the truth that secrets itself deep within your heart. You are deeply in love with all of it, and you want all the divisions to be reconciled. Live from that inner space, and you will not be afraid of your power, because you will be using it in a way that makes you joyous. Not to condemn or thwart, but to praise and lift up yourself and your other incarnations, because you will know they are all you and yours. When I say mine, 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 you are all mine, I mean it in this ultimately loving way. My vision forgives, and by forgives, I mean it looks past all errors in perception that cause people to behave cruelly in this venue. And it sees in the heart the love hidden under the fear of being left behind. This is true forgiveness that sets aside illusion and goes straight to the heart for the truth. And the truth is unity and love. And everything else is but dreams of separation you undertook in order to experience what you are not and can never be. Alone, forsaken, forgotten. You are even now at home in heaven in my arms and merely dreaming of our separation and your exile from paradise. So says Michael. Forgive in the way I have described the one you most abhor, and you enter the kingdom through this very portal. Your worst tormentor becomes your liberator if you decide to make it so. The one you reject and hate the most, seen this way, is a sad little child who but needs your forgiveness of their confused humanity to redeem them. And because there is no one here but you, the forgiveness in which you include them sets you free of all illusions of separation. And when illusions of separation dissolve, you're lucid. And so, knowing you are entirely worthy of all good outcomes, you then look for them, and thus you find them. Do not imagine you can escape the judgments you make against your brothers and sisters. By your judgments upon them, you set yourself outside the power of your godly estate, because you know you are secreting anger instead of love, and so you cannot be trusted to wield the power that is rightly yours. Thus, you yourself cut yourself off and doom yourself by looking for all the retribution you suspect you deserve, and so do you find it. The solution is simple. Lucidly choose to focus attention on the love, because it is what is true. It is what you are, and so it is eternally real. It transcends the barrier between all venues. Thus you give yourself permission to succeed in all your fondest dreams. So be it, I am. If you want your words to have power, you must simply cull from your speech and thoughts every word you would not will in your right mind to empower. Your right mind is your Christ mind. It is my mind, says Michael. The I am of your right mind knows itself as the lucidly chosen love, in which all dreams are forgiven and so reconciled. In this way, faith is replaced by gnosis, which is knowing. You know the power of your utterances and attention, and so you speak and think more carefully, like Kali biting her tongue. For she who can destroy worlds with her utterances minds her words out of love that is disciplined under will for the sake of all she wills to reconcile. Now, if you're not on fire with all of these revelations, you're as dead now as you can ever be. So be it, I am. And we made a video about that. It's called You're as Dead Now as You Can Ever Be. Check it out. That's it for today, my magnificent godlings. Thanks so much for being here. Please like and subscribe and share the videos with someone you know who needs comfort and empowerment. We love you all very much. Please reach out to us through our online store if we can be of assistance. You can find us at crackedpotpublishing.com. The link is in the video details below. Now, get out there and change the world by being your magnificently magnanimous lucid self. So be it, I am. In love, together, we can and shall put out, you know what? It's that little lie.